Okay, this is episode 37, Spaceblock 40 stack challenge. We gotta make some more space matter here. I'm in between episodes. Where is it? Over here. All of these things are now on 4 LDS, because I need more LDS, and then these things are all boosting the steel out, because I needed the steel. And then also I realized I needed more red chips. So this red chips from this, this is now a mixed build that was no longer mixed. That is kind of mixed again, but this is only taking from one side of this belt. So these guys are going to be running consistently. These ones will not be. And it also means there's always a stack here of red chips that these blue ones, the blue chips can always use. So this isn't fully utilizing all of these assemblers, but it's probably, so this is pretty good. This is now fully utilizing all of the copper, so that's nice. This guy's not even working all the time. Okay, sure. So that's hopefully getting, the sushi gets pretty busy, doesn't it? And then it drives past these upgrades. I don't have module 2s there anymore. Interesting. These guys were doing their thing. All the steel comes off. Steel comes over here. I'm probably going to need more barrels than that, but that's also a thing I can deal with later. Sure. Making the space concrete. Okay, so how is this going to work? I think we're going to go... the other thing is I haven't actually thought about exactly how many of these things I'm going to have, except it's going to be like twice the size of, not that, there's one down here, this thing. It's going to be twice the size of this, right? Looks like we can beacon this better, but if I beacon it better I might also need, like, these guys may or may not be. In fact, let's throw this down and see whether or not we're expecting these things to end up insert a bottleneck. 15 seconds. Yeah, if I go and speed module a bunch of these things, that these may in fact end up. Am I putting anything in this space? I don't think I am putting anything in this space. So let's just like make a mess here. Yeah, sure. Let's go and just do a thing. We can do that. So this, if this one here, these guys need to be on the inside. It looks a whole lot like I'm going to be able to beacon this from one side, but not the other. Actually, I could beacon this from, because the thing is, these ones also need the inserters like this, which means that these guys can't be underground, and I can't fit a beacon in here, which is a bit of a shame. I probably don't need more than that. Maybe I will. Let's do that. Which means I can put beacons on the other side, right? Let's do that, and then let's also get... That's how beacons work, isn't it? And then this one can probably wander just through there like that. And this one is also in the right place. And if I just power this on, let's power this on from multiple directions because, resiliency is good. And then also decided that I kind of needed more of this as well. So let's do something about that. This one we can do, I mean, these kind of bad things. That's not great. I mean, should I be beaconing all of those? Maybe. Am I going to? Probably not. We'll just stack and sort that out. Okay, so the question is all the stuff disappearing off the belt? And the answer is maybe. Oh, I don't have all of the tier 2 speed modules. Is this guy? He's kind of seeing some bridge chips, but not really. Do I have them in? I do have them in my inventory. So this is ticking over pretty well. Do I have... The thing I'm kind of wondering about is, am I getting enough of everything to deal with inserter throughput issues? And it looks like I am, which I guess means... Okay, so this is... Yeah, so this is looking a whole lot better. These guys are... Yeah, so I'm now in the position where all of the red inserters are kind of just keeping up, putting the various things, like the oil is always going to be fine because, I mean, first of all, it only takes 5 of the oil and 2 of everything else, 10 of everything else, but also, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. This should... But the question is this actually using the entire belt of stuff? And it looks like... Oh, based on this is only using half of this, and isn't... These guys are still not running? Let's leave it for a bit to see whether or not all these machines end up picking up their backlog again. Because the thing is, this would also be quite easy to extend in this direction, if I so chose to. But yeah, now we're already making 4 stacks of this stuff. Okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, okay, so that's that. These guys are also not getting the beacons. This is only 2 spaces here. I still can't fit a beacon in here because the contact point is here, unless I... This is probably arguably what I should have done anyway, because now I can just beacon this in the middle instead. You guys give me all of these back. Yeah, autos have to take a while now probably because of the Chaos Belt. And the main question is, this guy's almost keeping up with it by himself. This one has nowhere to put the things. But I guess I did always need twice as much of all the other stuff. Am I at least... Yeah, I think I'm going to do 1 more of these. That can go there. This one actually needs to go underground. Yeah, I should have actually copied all of this, shouldn't I? It's fine. And also that one. And then this needs to go... Sure, now I've got a bunch of stuff in my inventory that I don't care about. You know what? I don't want to give you the better speed modules. I've got better things to do with the speed modules. But everything else in here... Everything else in my inventory, there's just kind of junk stuff you can have. Okay, so... well, you guys got 1s and 2s. There we go. That should now be blasting away at the space matter. In fact, it's already doing a lot of space matter. Okay. In that case, let's just also immediately move on to manufacturing more of these guys, because these are the ones I'm particularly worried about. So yeah, so that's handled. These guys, and yeah, probably this is just gonna, yeah, we'll come back and check that that's doing decent stuff later. Yeah, so the red chip situation, there are actually a couple of things about the red chip situation. Generally I'm just low on red chips, and 42. Okay, so I'm actually done with purple science, because the thing is I've done all the techs I need. Yes, okay, so let's, a couple of other things to do. All working on stacks now, because we've got all of the techs we need. Another rocket's going up, which is nice. Yeah, like these things no longer need to be here, and they no longer need to be requesting stuff. All the space science can go back in there, the military science can go, like, I don't know, wherever. But then these guys get to not do anything anymore, because I've already got and actually blue science, multiple chests worth of blue science of things I don't need, which is kind of good, because I think I had another plan for the blue science, and also I need to get these off. Yeah, we'll do it this way around. This will get me all the prod mods back. Something might need prod mods, probably not. Yeah, so we've got more blue science than we need, so we can stop that as well, and that will also get more blue chips, more red chips back into circulation. Other things involve not doing any of this anymore, because these guys that are requesting red chips and providing blue chips, I've already got, you know, a ton of blue chips over here, and then also these chests. I've got many stacks of blue chips, so I'm fine for blue chips. Also, these ones can probably go like this, which will let us empty this buffer into the logistic storage, rather than just serve the logistics with the chips that are already there. So we'll just move these things around, because, you know, that's always good. But it will allow us to get rid of a chunk of this buffer. Like, with all that gone, I can get rid of... And now this thing that's supposed to be a road is, you know, slightly better. Can I have... I can even have a roboport. I don't have any bots, fine. Yeah, I can even have a roboport that's less in the way of the road, so that's nice. So this buffer's still going to be empty. All these guys never connected to anything. That's pretty funny. I mean, I've got green chips elsewhere as well. In fact, you know, the sensible way to deal with this is just like... Okay, so that's now done. Yeah, so... which things to do first? Okay, let's turn off the blue science, because I don't actually need any more blue science. But the thing I do need, I'm pretty sure I need, is electric engines, because a lot of things need electric engines, and here's where electric engines are happening, and they're just not. Also, how are trains going? Trains, tanks, because I think I need more engines there as well. So let's do that. That'll get me more engines. Let's make sure you guys get all the engines you want, because some of the reason you aren't actually running. So let's make sure you get the engines. Could I actually have... I'd need this arrangement. I mean, I'm done with walls, so that arrangement could move. But what I'm going to do instead is these guys I'm going to change to electric engines. With a bit of jiggery-pokery, all these things can instead make electric engines, which will... Oh yeah, let's get rid of the sulfur. Do I need anything coming through here? I don't think I do. I think now that I'm done with... yeah, now that I'm done with this making blue science, I'm not going to need that sulfur for anything, and I've got sulfur in other places, and I've also got, you know, that as stacks of sulfur. So, and the other thing about doing it here, pivoting this to electric engine, is it means all these red chips are just also now going to end up going back into the chaos buffer, because that's also what happens here. The only thing is we need to figure out, because these are probably facing this way, but I don't know that I might have to move this belt, which is also a thing I can do. Yeah, because I think, yeah, let's kind of clear some of this up, but also kind of not. Yeah, because if all of this goes, and all of these face this way, is this one going to work at all, or might not? Does this one need anything? Do these guys, they're probably fine. This guy can probably no longer exist. Okay, so that's fine. These guys are still going to be a problem though. Can I have, so this one's going to be fine, but this one's not. That will be able to get pipes, and then here we'll be able to get, yeah, okay. Because the thing we're going to do is we're going to do this old school thing, where, because yeah, I need lubricant, I need engines, and you need green chips, and I've got a source of green chips over here. Not that, this. Do you need to take it? I mean, you don't actually need to take off that belt, but whatever, we're going to leave you there. Because now if I have this kind of pattern, and I probably should have checked that I could make this fit before I committed this to this, but whatever. Yeah, because the idea, I should have done that the other way around. Never mind, whatever. The idea here is with 3 of those, and this one popping out, if I can find some underground pipe like this, yeah, this will connect all of these guys to there, which is exactly what they need. As soon as all of these pipes get delivered. Okay, so that should, yeah, here we go. This should dramatically boost the, what is it, 5? You guys could even have like speed here, because your production rates are 1 every 10 seconds, and you also go 1 every 10 seconds, which means that your 1.18, 1.12, yeah, I reckon this, so this one is not great, because this crafting speed of 0.875 means that the rate at which this thing is pushing out engines is not going to be helpful, whereas if I do this, like, this is not getting me as many electric engines for free, but it's getting me a lot more electric engines overall, and fitting beacons in there is going to be a bit of a disaster, and this will make much better use of all of the engines that these guys are creating. Okay, I've got engines, they can go away. I've still got a lot of sulfur from picking up all that other stuff. Yeah, so that's going to deal with that. So all these engines on the belt now, they used to be blue science, they're engines now, they're now getting combined with the rest of the spaghetti, so I've now got different kinds of things on the belt, which is cool, and also more red circuits falling through. And I can't really, I was going to say I can't really speed more to the rest of these, but the other things I've just realized are, like, this is still going to have a problem with getting enough green circuits, because the green circuits were manufactured at a Like, I was not expecting to pull all those green circuits out, and they're also taking priority over these ones. So I think what we're going to do about that is... the thing is, they're taking them at such a rate that I'm losing all of these red circuits, which is suboptimal. Okay, so if we do this, and then stack inserter, and then this guy requests green chips, then the majority of green chips will pull out of the logistics network, of which we have a lot, because we still, have that whole buffer down here as well, in addition to the other places where we're making them and putting them in the network. These guys, fine. These guys don't need to exist anymore. I'm not putting any steel on that part of the belt. So these guys still get all the green chips they would like. You know what? I would like these to get back into the system, and that will just be like a way of putting them. I mean, sure, I could have put them here as well. Beacons, cool, beacons are done. Yes, this is going to get us a lot more electric engines. Because the other place that's using lubricant, so I've got actually a stash of lubricant, which is nice. These guys are done. These guys are okay. These guys are not... actually, they're pretty close to being done. You'd actually barely need a second one of these. The main thing you guys are stuck on... yeah, it's still red circuits. And the other thing that I'm really quite concerned about are these guys. Because red circuits. In fact... he said taking red circuit production out of the network. I don't have a split. Show me a splitter. Yeah, we can do it that way. Okay, so give this guy, because this is a lot of red chips that I need to make. Give this guy all of the red chips that it wants. Yep, and then anything else, if that finishes, can go in here. Okay, so that's part 1 of the plan. Part 2 of the plan is also going to be, hey, remember over here where we had these green chips and we had this green chip buffer, and we've now actually got a surplus of green chips, and we've got this space here. Let's make more red chips here. Let's do this. Let's do... probably I should figure out how all that's going to fit together before cutting the belts. But never mind. Because I'm going to want something like this again. The question is, so I think first we're going to go something like this, because this is going to fit in pretty easily. Probably. Is that going to do everything it needs to? It might actually need to be able to output more than that. It's probably not input blocked though, is it? It actually needs a beacon. Can I? And the answer might be yes. Are you gonna have surplus plastic that I want? Maybe. How would I get that out? Okay, so we're gonna do something like, yeah, this will be terrible, which is on theme. So yeah, So you're going to come this way, so I'm going to have plastic here. Do I want plastic there? I think I will actually want to... Yeah, let's not do it like that. Let's bring the plastic over here. But the rest of the plan that I was assessing there is... This can go straight in. Do I have... I don't have red undergrounds. But if I have... this way, then I'm capturing the plastic. And then I can go... Is this arrange? It is arranged that Rebel will connect, so that's cool. So now all of these things, actually, you know what? Let's go that way. So I've got both of these two sending plastic down this side. This one also helping with that side. This one only sends down this side, but then after these guys get everything they want and hand all the chips to the reactor making thing, which is, you know, it's getting better now. The plastic one is over here, and I think we want to do... If I've got... Like, am I anticipating using a whole belt of coils here? How many? I mean, first of all, how many red chips assemblers can I fit? I can fit 5. Okay. Why are you guys so slow? I guess you just need beacons? Well, I guess because... Yeah, this one has these beacons, this one does not have many beacons at all. Okay, fine. Am I expecting this? Let's... Things if I upgrade this to a red belt, these guys will be able to take all of the coils, and I don't know that I want to give away that many coils. I think the thing I'm still just going to do, I think we're just going to go with this. Do I even need to pivot it there? I'm not sure I do. Do I even need that line? Also, again, not sure that I do. So we do this. Needs to go there. We'll get... Where are some of these guys? This turned out to be lined up pretty great. That was not necessarily expected. You guys don't have the... I mean, get yourself some speeds. That'll work out a little bit better. Okay. How are we getting? And is it as simple as... Because it looks like it really might be. These can't be here, can they? That's clearly not things that will work. But yeah, now I can, again, put that there, have these guys go like this. Beacons here. Beacons can go here and here. Sure. And then, yeah. We can just do, these are just going straight back in the network. Are you powered? You're powered. You'll be powered if you go there. Okay, so, thing is, I kind of still want all those speed ones to be speed 2s. So, let's do that. Speed 1 modules into speed 2 modules. Okay, other than the fact that I don't have the speed 2 modules, that should all be pretty, you know, better now. This I don't think I need. Like, these guys are probably not going fast enough. But will be better now, actually. Upgrading only one side of that is kind of pointless. So yeah, there's now significantly less copper we'll be getting. Actually, this is only these two guys that need to deal with the copper. So that's fine. But also that copper is going to be a problem because that's the copper that provides copper to this guy that needs a lot of copper, but he's probably still bottlenecked by all the red chips. So sure, so that's you know, that's another thing we're going to say is better and then walk away from. And some things look like, I mean, I still might be buffering green chips. I don't really want to be buffering green chips, but let's just prepare for the possibility that we're actually buffering green chips. Okay, and how are we doing? How is this buffer filled with junk? Not really. Okay, a lot of RCUs. Still a lot of RCUs. How are my nuclear weapons going? Are those... Yeah, let's actually check on a bunch of other stacks. They're over here. Shotguns were done a while ago. Are these guys done now? No, because red chips. Sure, that's not entirely surprising. These guys also, yeah, everyone needs red chips. Okay, those guys are just continuing. Armor is done, which is nice. Better armor is not done because LDS and also efficiency module upgrades. Let's just add that. Missiles are done. Okay, so what do we even need RCUs for now? I mean, does this... So we need RCUs for Spidertron, which is still not in the military section. Some of the Spidertron remotes... Okay, let's go into Spidertron remotes. That's fine. Oh yeah, because these guys wanted to stop requesting stuff. That's why what I meant to do instead of just taking things out of the chest as well as taking things out of the chest. You can make Spidertron remotes. And then I think you can make artillery remotes. Really not things I need to worry about yet. Yeah, you don't need 75. In fact, these things build so quickly that I do not need to worry about them at all. And I'm pretty sure they also only stack to 1, like these are probably just not a thing I need to deal with now. Oh yeah. Yeah, these, I didn't need to worry about these at all. These stack to 1. On the upside, it's another thing that's just going to be just completely dealt with, so that's fine. Give me these back. Yeah, sure, batteries. Batteries are going to be another category of stuff that kind of sucks. Rockets going pretty well. Let's check on the tank shell stuff. Tank shell stuff is over here and is also slightly over halfway. 14 stacks here, 8 stacks here. You know, I think the same with these, 14 and 8. So it's 22, but also the last stack might be incomplete, so that probably doesn't count. So those guys are about halfway, which is fine. Are you getting everything you need? Oh, the uranium. So these ones are quite possibly... So the non-uranium ones are very close to being done. But the uranium ones are not. Okay, so the other reason why I grabbed all of the shiny rocks away from the other places that didn't need them is that this is... Yeah, I think I'm going to take... Yeah, we're going to do that. And then also that. So we'll work on stacks of these guys. Am I getting through? Not even clear that I'm like, this one might just want to go faster. Because the worst case scenario is that these things fill up. Like, I want to run all of these. Well, okay, this one is going to stay, but it's also circuit control, which is fine. The others I want to run down, and maybe I just get. I mean, I could put another centrifuge on. I could also just, yeah, speed module it even harder, and pretend that all things are fine. Yeah, so I kind of want. I kind of want to fill this chest so that Kovarex stops, so that I can get enough of this stuff through. See, this is actually pretty well ratioed. All of these guys are running, and all of these guys are running, and no one has any heat belt issues, and it's not backing up, but these guys are running permanently. Pretty happy with that. So we'll make some more fuel. Want to start putting the stuff in here so that the other things that need it can get to it, so that's fine. Let's also just check on. Yeah, that's completely fine. Okay, so what else did I want to do today? I think we're mostly, like, we're kicking along reasonably well. We're getting a lot of, yes, we're getting electric engines in here as well. We've got RCUs. We've still got a lot of RCUs. But we do have a fair amount of storage space. Okay. Let's get rid of... Oh yeah, the other thing. Get rid of the rest of these, because I don't need quite so many RCUs coming out. Okay. Ingredient shortage? Not enough blue chips? Because not enough gas. Not all the refinery is running, and I've got crude, and I don't have gas, and I have heavy oil, and I have light oil. So that's actually a really easy solution. This is just... we'll begin... How much harder? Maybe quite a lot harder? Oh wait, these are all... these are the module 2s that I do not have, because everything here... Let's get rid of that one for a while. I'm probably pretty good for module 3s. I mean, I still need to... I mean, that's going to need a lot of work. But let's just fill this thing up with... because I'm not getting enough speed modules out. Do I actually need prod mods? I probably don't need prod mods now that I've shut the purple science down. What am I even looking at? Do I have a lot of prod mods sitting around here? And the answer is kinda yeah. So I reckon I probably take each of these. Am I close to that? Not really. Yeah, so this is the other thing about... Yeah, shutting purple down means all of these red circuits are also now ending up in here, which is doing other good things. Fuel is good, yeah, it's just LDS. For rockets, that is. I think I want to go to... Where's one with an efficiency module? Here. Like... Yeah, now that I don't need prod modules so much for purple science, and I need... Do I need speed modules for RCUs? Not really, but I do need speed modules for all of these stacks. 15 stacks, 15, 18, yeah, these guys need this stuff. So I think we're going to make this a kind of standard layout for all of the modules. And then, oh yeah, that same gas shortage, yeah. Which actually might not be enough yet. That's a lot of mixed builds, isn't it? Cool. Yeah, because we beaconed the light oil cracking, except copy. Yeah. Actually, I've got the from 2s to 1s. Because I would rather get all of these things boosted so that the mixed builds are working, and then later I can come back and upgrade them again. Then yeah, so the light oil, I've got more light oil than I need, but I probably also have more heavy oil than I need. So we're going to do the same thing over here. That's going to do a thing, and then like here, and then like there. Oh, those are speed module 3s. Yeah, I don't want speed module 3s there. I mean, I probably don't want speed module 3s there. That's still going to get like a lot of stuff done, so that's fine. Okay. Yeah, what are the other big stacks to think about? Oh, space concrete was the thing I was also going to change around now that I've got the other space matter being built differently. Because the thing was... Yeah, so this is nice. Except I don't have... So I'm low on refined concrete. So maybe I need to build more refined concrete. Because the thing I was thinking about is... I reckon I take this one out. Yeah, and then this wanted... This wanted 2 in from either side, and then it also wanted this set up here, and I guess this is going like that. And that's going to give me more of all of that, which is going to be nice. We can have a lot more logistics spots. Where's a better place for that? Is here? Here's a place it'll fit. Because yeah, these guys are going to pick up a lot more stuff, and then it's down to... First of all, how many stacks do I have? I'm already a quarter of the way through, so that's pretty nice. And then this one needs... Why don't I have landfill? Okay, so I've got 1,000 landfill being delivered. I just don't have... Oh, I might... No, okay, that was just the roboport that had just gone down that was still charging. Okay, sure. Yeah, I actually need more logistics robots. Fortunately, it's a 40 stack challenge, and I've got 48 stacks here. And these guys can just make more. Yeah, just turn the rest of those things into... Yeah, sure, more logistics spots. It's fine. More logistics spots for you. More logistics spots for you, and I've now got exactly 1,500 and a slight functional surplus. Okay, and we've got to go look at the concrete. Probably I could do this from the map view. Am I? Doesn't look like I'm building that up, which is fine. These guys are doing good work. Sure. That's not the buffer I wanted to check. I wanted to check 2 buffers, actually. I wanted to check whether or not these guys have things. And they're still just low, which is not overly surprising. And then... This one is out of acid. That's not what I expected. But that will be impacting these guys significantly. I guess the acid was previously over here. And yeah, it's the same gas issue with me just not having heavy and light oil to work with. But these guys are all running. They just need their upgrades, of which there are actually not that many available. Probably it's power armor requesting them and stuff like that. Okay. These guys Why aren't you getting any speed modules delivered? I mean, I've got them myself. I guess we're going for a walk. I mean, construction robots are not doing anything. Do I not have... I apparently don't have speed modules in the logistics network. That's interesting. Yeah, so those speed modules aren't even going to the place I was expecting them to. They're getting... Yeah, something is consuming speed modules, which I'm, you know, to be honest, kind of fine with. That's kind of what they're there, and I guess we just wander up here and put these things in ourselves. Okay, no, those guys are done. And then, yeah, so these guys over here are not done. So that's fine. That's full enough. All these guys are working full enough. That crude is still going. This may or may not stabilize. It's going to be a bit of a shame. And it is just down to... Yeah, let's go and add... Yeah, I have pumps in the network, so that's fine. I also have LDS in the network. Well, LDS in the network. These things just on my person. So they can go back into the system. One of these things... because we want to make sure these guys get acid. Because there's a variety of plans that revolve around that getting acid. So let's go... What are the other big stacks of things? Space matter we just checked on. We've added a bunch more red ships. It was tanks. And not like tanks of stuff. Oh yeah, here's the 3 lights that I put in. And bots, which are not running. I mean, I'm working on kind of the wrong stacks there. I guess you're requesting red ships, which is always going to be a thing. And you're requesting speed modules, which is why... So I'm also just short of speed modules. But also, why are you guys not... I'm prioritizing into the network here, which is also feeding the logistics store. Okay, I've actually got other places that I'm feeding them into. That actually wasn't the problem, this one is. This one wants to feed evenly so that these guys get... Except that... Like, I wasn't actually working through the backlog. The problem is that these guys aren't getting the red chips they need, which is, you know, still going to be a thing. So I still think I do want the overflow there. And to put the surplus in the network. But these guys should at least be getting what they need now. Okay, so tanks was the actual thing I wanted to look at, because yeah, tanks are nicely done. And so I think the last thing was artillery wagons, which also take a lot of stuff, and also red circuits. Cool. But this is going to be... I think I thought tanks were the last thing I wanted from this assembler, but it turns out artillery wagons are probably the last thing I need from this assembler. Did I remember I was caching... At some point I was caching poles for loudspeakers. Was I caching poles for loudspeakers? No, I'm just discovering that... Yeah, so this one... This... No, I was... Yeah, okay, yeah, I was caching coils for loudspeakers, and now this pivots... This disappears. and this pivots to the poles, and get some more stuff. There you go, you're special. And now I should be making loudspeakers, and I've got this box of coils and this box of coils. Things, what do loudspeakers stack to? I can't even tell what loudspeakers stack to. But I'm making those as well. So cool. You actually need a much better inserter. Yes, we've done the stack inserters. We've done a lot of. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We don't need to maintain two. In fact, we can probably just get rid of this. Probably don't need that many more stack inserters at all. Is there anything else I want to? I don't think there is anything I want to make. I think we're probably just. Oh no, there was one other thing, wasn't there? There was my general shortage of refined concrete, which we're going to solve in a fairly low-tech kind of way. So as long as I have, because I don't think, yeah, I can't prod mod these at all. But provided I have the input resources, and it looks like I do, this should now give us not actually a 40% increase, because I was already getting some bonus from these, but it's going to be, you know, a non-trivial increase, because I think especially with this second, in fact, oh, because this one's special, isn't it? But do I... How much am I using here? It looks like I'm still using... I reckon I could actually have more in there. So we're gonna... Okay, so we get rid of all of this stuff, which I don't know if it's in the pattern or not. And then... okay, so the water is also maybe not in the pattern. And then these guys... Cool. Yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Okay, so with those guys out of the way, I should be able to copy this whole thing a bit more in theory, right? I should be able to say more concrete, please. These ones need to... Actually, you know what? They get to stay. Why not? I mean, this one can also be the one that's also kind of semi-producing concrete. Except it's not quite going to work, because these guys were... If I do it like this... then, you know, other than the difference in speed moduling, this is, and also this guy having somewhere to put stuff. Yeah, okay, sure. That was the sound of another rocket going up, probably. Are you still requesting? You're still requesting to... I've given you these. I guess you had the other slots for it? Sure. Have whatever. Okay, so we're now... Are we producing concrete at a much higher rate? No, because you're not getting water. Sure. These are also things I can solve. Okay, so now I should be making space I mean, let's also check on the gas. That was the thing that we were supposed to, like, the important thing that we're supposed to fix. Maybe it's a little bit better, but not really. I mean, I guess the gas we have to check is really the one over here, and this one is, yeah, okay, so the gas problem is fixed. All of these guys are doing everything they need to. The whole 12 lanes of mixed build is doing everything it can. A lot of stuff is coming out. These guys still aren't fully utilized, which I'm kind of fine with. This build needs more acid, so the next thing might just also straight up be another acid build specifically for this guy, because we've got everything else and we're already working on stacks of these things, which is great. Like, this is a good amount of space matter. Happy with this. Steel also filling up, which is fine. Decent array of stuff wandering through. Okay, so this will be the actual final thing. Will be to check in with. Am I making? Oh yeah, I'm boxing grid science elsewhere. So these guys are done, which is nice. So green science is done. Blue science is also done. Purple science, as in stacks of it, is done. Yellow is also just completely done. This can be unset. Yeah, okay, sure. We're gonna have to do this thing again because I want the prod modules back. Have the yellow science. Have the prod modules I just got, and then I still just have too many RCUs. Way too many RCUs. Okay, I guess we delete more beacons, and then yeah, then we're gonna be pretty happy. Yeah, so that's gonna be us. I think this belt is like just a torrent of high value stuff, which is pretty nice. Lots of red chips, lots of blue chips. That's why I was here. I was going to check the science. Space science. I mean, I also need space science for fish, but I am. Okay, so stuff in labs, which we don't care about because we're going to leave it in the labs. You work your way up to. Oh, solar panels. Yeah, that's also a thing, and portable solar panels also a thing. I'm not really building yet. But yeah, this is pretty good. I've got like another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 more satellite. I need 6 more rocket launchers, and then that's all the rockets I need. For, in fact, let's do this a different way. So the last one is to make sure I've got enough for fish. But basically, once this is done, I'm down to hand-feeding rockets, or hand-feeding stacks of space science to get fish. Like, I am nearly done. I only need a couple more rockets. And yeah, good times. Things definitely going. Why is there no LDS? I guess there's a bit of LDS. These guys are still. Yeah, they're finding LDS. It's now 72%. It was previously 70. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, good stuff. Things are happening.